into your comments a little bit more. So here we go, man. For as long as we're taking for Gyökeres, there's someone else who's moving just as slow as us, and that's Man United. Man United remain in talks over Mbuemo payment structure. Let me just click into this quickly. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but we'll have a quick little look. Man United have seen 2 bids rejected by Brentford for Brian Mbuemo, worth 55 million and 62.5 respectively. Tottenham were interested in the Cameroon international, but Mbuemo only wants to move to Old Trafford. That's crazy to me. Big up United, man. You know, they still got Paul. This is someone that I wanted at Arsenal. Everyone's like, he wouldn't come. Saka. I don't care about any of that. Like I said, Saka, I don't think should play as many games next season anyway. And I don't know if Saka's even going to be the same player. Do you know what I mean? I would have taken Mbuemo, Gyökeres, and Cunha. All 3 of those guys were on my list, and it's looking like Man United is going to get 2 of those. With no European football, you know what I mean? No champs, no nothing to offer like that. So people talking like Man United ain't got Paul. Like I said, it's all about perception, because I'm looking at this and it's not making me happy. But there you go. And big up Brentford for their valuation as well. This is someone that scored 20 goals in the Premier League, maybe even more. And probably someone that's actually worth the valuation as well. But let me just have a quick little look just to see if there's any new information. I did cover this yesterday. Man United have submitted a 3rd transfer bid for Brentford forward Brian Mbuemo. This time it's worth 65 plus 5 in add-ons. And this ain't euros, guys. This is Great British pounds. I mean, are Brentford being greedy at this point? You know, especially if they let go of Wissa. I mean, they're losing all of their players. I don't know what they need to start making some buys now, Brentford. Otherwise, next season is going to look very, very spooky for them. So Man United are just trying to work out the structure, it looks like here. So Sky Sports News has been reporting that a new offer was expected after the previous one, where 55 plus 7.5 was rejected some weeks ago. So yeah, 65 plus 5. Like I said, I did report on this yesterday. And, you know, it's going to be another drawn out one for them. I mean, you know, United, I know obviously you might want to, you know, watch the pennies a little bit, but just get it done, man. You know, when you're seeing Gyökeres getting spoken about with Arsenal and you're seeing, you know, all of the other teams doing their business, if I was United fan, I'd be going mad. The same way I kind of feel for my team. But all of the yay sayers, not the naysayers, the yay sayers, all of those people are like, but we're moving so fast. But we've already got 5 bodies through the door. Like I said, I don't need bodies. I don't need mannequins, and I don't need crash test dummies. What I need is quality. That's what I need. And we're here July 18th. July 18th. We're more than halfway through the year, by the way. January's come and gone. That was at the start of the year. And we still ain't got our striker. We still ain't got any gold dust, anything to shout home about. I'm just saying. Sunderland, Black Cats nearing deal for Sassuolo forward. Loriente, I don't know who that is. West Ham, latest Hammers agreed deal in principle to sign Walker Peters. Okay. Let me just see if there's any other stuff, and then we'll go into the paper talk quickly. Man City sign next Odegaard, Naipan. I mean, he's looking like an absolute boy in these pictures, but we were linked with him, weren't we? We was linked with him last season. We didn't do it as usual. And Man City just doing the competent stuff. You know, he's not going to play for them. I think he's going to go to Girona. And yeah, once he gets good enough, they'll bring him in. Arsenal ain't got a sister club. Well, I think we're Chelsea's sister club. But anyway, I digress. Big up Man City, man. They're always doing competent things. I can't lie. Newcastle's transfer rumours and gossip. It's saying that they brought out their shortlist. Newcastle's defensive shortlist revealed. I'm sure Newcastle are not going to want to hear about defensive shortlist, but we'll go through it quickly. We can reveal Newcastle's 3-man shortlist as they look to add a tight-sided defender in this window. A tight-sided defender. I've never heard that one before. Newcastle are considering an approach to Juventus for defender Nicolo Savona. Okay, that's one of them. Never heard of him. They also retain a keen interest in Atalanta centre-back Giorgio Scalvini. Never heard of him. And let me just say this, yeah, Italian centre-backs, they don't tend to do very well in the Premier League, innit? Just saying. But, You know, two of their targets are Italian, and then they got Valencia's Spanish defender Cesar Terrega. Never heard of him either. They have turned their attention to defenders after their move for Hugo Ekitike appears to have failed. Fabrizio Romano has just said they're totally out of the race for that, and I did cover that yesterday as well. They have confirmed Delanga will wear the number 20 shirt. And that's like the only kind of news for Newcastle. Could Wissa follow Frank to Spurs? Now, I did cover this yesterday a little bit as well. I think Wissa's a great player. I'm pretty sure he got like 18 or 19 goals in the Premier League alone last season. And guess what? He's a left winger. Why on earth didn't we go for this guy rather than spend money on Madueke? But, you know, I think we're turning into DDFC, but I digress. That would be a great move. Imagine if they got Kudus and Wissa for their wings. That that's great. That's great business from Spurs. If they follow that up with a Morgan Gibbs White and a couple of other signings, how is their transfer window looking more competent than ours? I don't think that's a mad take. I really don't. You know. But Wissa is being linked with Spurs, man. Going over to his old manager. They're asking what's the latest with Liverpool and Isak. Let's be honest. I think that's probably done. Probably done now. You know, they've turned their attentions to Hugo Ekitike, and I don't think that's a bad signing either. You know, Isak is the dream. Everyone wants Isak. And big up for Liverpool just for putting on their big boy pants and trying to shake up the tree a little bit. You know what I mean? But I don't think they're going to get him, if I'm being honest. And they just pivoted straight to Ekitike. Like I said, it's not a bad signing. You know, I think Ekitike will bang for them. And I got to rate what Liverpool are doing. Simple as. Let's have a quick little look at the paper talk, and then I'll jump on X, and then we can get to the end of this transfer segment. Big up everyone that's still here. Big up everyone in the comments. Please hit the like for me. I will be getting back to you guys in just a moment. Please have a little bit of patience, guys. Yeah. Just to reiterate what I just said, Newcastle will refuse to sell Alexander Isak, even if he wants summer Liverpool move. So even if Isak tells them he wants to go, they're still digging their heels in. And I like that. That's what I was trying to say about Newcastle. I rate what Liverpool's doing. I rate Hughes and all of their board guys because they're moving proper. I'm jealous. I said it yesterday. There's no way around that. They're moving how I'd love my team to move. But just with this one thing in particular, I don't think you can bully Newcastle on it. And we're seeing if anyone that was like kind of guaranteed to get Isak up out of there, it would have been Liverpool for me. So just with this one player, they are going to dig their heels in. Liverpool could target Real Madrid winger Rodrigo. That is just, I'm going to cry if that happens, bro. Maybe not on stream, but I will be crying into my pillow. Or Newcastle's Anthony Gordon. Like, this is how you're meant to be moving. But it's not Football Manager. It's not FIFA. It fucking is. This is how you're supposed to be moving. I'm too sexy for my pants. You get me? Forget the shirt. These men are walking down the catwalk. We're still like waiting for the washing machine to finish the spin and spin and rinse. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy, bro. I like Anthony Gordon as well. I don't know if I want to overspend big money on him, but I like Anthony Gordon as well. Someone I said, why are we not even looking at him? Even someone like Harvey Barnes is better than Madueke. Semenyo is better than Madueke. I would have taken Hudson Odoi over Madueke. Anyway, but big up Liverpool, man. They are moving with their big boy pants on. If they cash in on Luis Diaz, so obviously, you know, Darwin Núñez has been linked with a move away. Diaz has been linked with a move away. They've got sellable assets. They will probably get good money for either one of those players if they do go. And look at what they're doing. Rodrigo or Gordon, you know, they got Wirtz, they get Ekitike, trying to go for Alexander Isak, Kirkes and Frimpong. I think people are not putting enough respect on them two signings. I was saying go and get Ola Aina because he's on the free, and that would be a great move for Arsenal because when Timber don't play, the drop off ain't going to be too. But you got Frimpong, bro. Like, that's levels. Then you got Kirkes, probably the best up and coming left back in the Prem. Like, I don't think you lot real like Liverpool are on smoke. And let me continue. And same as Tottenham, they're not moving as quick. But look at the players that they're going for. Competency. Let me get that, you know, that thing from the inception and just spin it, bro, because I don't know if I'm still sleeping or what. but Morgan Gibbs White wants his future to be resolved before the Nottingham Forest pre-season training camp. I don't know when that is. Arsenal, we start tomorrow, guys. Tomorrow. You know, like we're gonna be like Kevin Hart. We wasn't ready. Why are we not ready? That's what I'm trying to say. Getting someone like Berta means we should be ready. But anyway, let me continue so I can finish this segment. What is the Sun reporting that Newcastle Saudi owners will refuse Alexander Isak? Yeah, of course. Arsenal were closing in on a 69 million striker Victor Gyökeres after a removal van was spotted moving furniture from his luxury Lisbon home. Like I said to you guys, he could have been moving to a new area in Lisbon. Like, he could be moving to Manchester. Bro, I don't know. Look, I'm only joking. I feel like the guy will be an Arsenal player, but the way we've dragged it is embarrassing for me. Right before pre-season, just pay the money. If Sporting want to be greedy, whatever, just pay the money, and then we need to move on to Eze and more bits that we need. Because all you've got is mannequins at this point, bodies. You want to see a dead body? And we need quality. But anyway, former Man United player Wyn Davis passed away at age 83. That's not a bad run. Daily Express, Liverpool could target Rodrigo or Anthony Gordon if they cash in on Luis Diaz. I'm tired, man. I'm tired of hearing this. Napoli have excluded Victor Osimhen from the club's preseason training camp in the latest indicator of his impending permanent exit. So he's going to be going to Galatasaray. He's not allowed to go to an Italian club for 2 years. I mean, what do you guys think? Big up TKA. Obviously, I think he's a Gala fan, and it's a big move for Gala. I just think for someone like Osimhen, who's probably top 3 strikers in world football at the moment, at your age, I thought you'd be playing in the bigger league. But there you go, man. But no disrespect, man. And big up Gala, man. It's a great move for them. I already gone over the Morgan Gibbs White stuff. Let me see if there's anything new to talk about. Former Man United boss Eric Ten Hag has denied claims that he could sign Anthony for a third time at Bayer Leverkusen, but insisted the Brazilian winger was like a son to me. Jesus Christ. And let's not even diss Ten Hag, because everyone kept dissing him and talking about his time at Man United, but he dunked all over Mikel Arteta. How about that? Arsenal reportedly attempted to sign Bayern Munich midfielder João Paulina before the Club World Cup. I mean, it just makes no sense to me, that signing, but there you go. Crystal Palace's case to being reinstated into the Europa League has been boosted by the emergence of an email sent last year by the Association of Clubs that runs European football with UEFA. I thought that was done and dusted now, though. So maybe they're appealing. Maybe that's what's holding up the Eze stuff, because I thought if they definitely don't make Europa, then they're not keeping Eze. But if they do and they want the full 68 million, Eze's worth that money. But we should have gone for him last season when he weren't worth 68 million. That's my point. Excuse me. And if you go and watch my old videos, you'd see me saying it as well. The Athletic. So this is a gal's Bible. Plans for Julio Enciso to leave Brighton and Hove during the summer transfer window has been put on hold by a knee injury, which needs surgery. The Standard, Cole Palmer arrived to a hero's welcome in St. Kitts on Monday as he celebrated Chelsea's Club World Cup win over Paris Saint-Germain. And look at Cole Palmer as well, because if I looked at him, bro, it's just like Kyle Walsh, Gunner, the Volcano, absolute legend. I looked at these guys and I didn't know there was any black in them. Apparently, I'm hearing that Cole Palmer's mixed race. Now, my daughter, she don't look, but you can tell there's something in her. Whereas my son is darker than me, and they've only got a quarter black in them. It's crazy, innit? I didn't know. I wasn't ready. I didn't know, man. But the thing with Cole Palmer is that he just always looks high, innit? Do you know what I mean? He always looks high. Tottenham goalkeeper Josh Keeley is set to join Luton. Who cares? Gordon Strachan reckons Brendan Rodgers might be out the way of Celtic next summer. Real Betis are set to test Rangers' resolve over Nico Raskin. So there's not really too much news in the paper talk. So let's stop sharing that for the time being. Big up everyone in the chat though. Make sure you are hitting the like. I am going to get back to you guys very, very shortly. I just need to finish off this segment so I can clip it up. We're now going to go on X. This shouldn't take long because there really isn't too much more going on today. I think we all know it. We're all just waiting for the Gyökeres news. People are going to get excited, but I'm not even excited about it anymore. I just want it done. I just want it done. But here we go, man. Ornstein, The Athletic FC, Igal's Bible. Let's see if there's any new tweets. 22 hours ago, they're still talking about Mbuemo. Liverpool advancing in talks to sign Ekatike. We knew all of that. Newcastle move for Johan Wissa. Tottenham's now interested in him as well. How can Newcastle and Tottenham have just better football people at their club? Better talent ID. Both of those players I just mentioned, we're not even in for. Like, Jesus. All agreements signed between Liverpool and Arsenal for world record 1.1 transfer of Canada forward Olivia Smith. This is women's football. But listen, guys, we might be getting more into the women's football because the way the men's team are moving, it's making me sick at this point. No new stuff from Ornstein at this point. No new stuff from Ornstein. So we might as well go to Mr. Clickbait himself. Mr. Here we go. Liverpool advancing. We knew that. Let's see if there's anything new. Mbuemo. We knew that. We knew that. So it's a slow news day. Oh, they've got a here we go. They got a here we go 19 minutes ago, people. 19 minutes ago. So the papers are just going over all the stuff that we did know. So maybe finally now that Man United have reached the package of 70 million. Green light from Brentford, everybody. So there's a little bit of news for you. We finally got a here we go. You see this little picture here? You see this little picture here that we've been waiting for time for Victor Gyökeres? Man United have finally got it across the line. So now that's Mbuemo and that's Cunha. For me, those two signings, is more exciting than just Gyökeres. Even Zubimendi, because Zubimendi is an unknown, is 50-50. He could be a very good player. He could be better than Thomas Partey in the future. But as of right now, no one can tell me hand on heart that he is. So when you're looking at Cunha, who fucked up the Premier League, you're looking at Mbuemo, fucked up the Premier League last season. Like, what are we doing? These are two very good signings. Two players that was on my shopping list for this summer. 70 million. People are asking Grok, is he worth the hype? He got 20 Premier League goals. How is anyone going to say that Sesko's worth 90 million euros? This guy got 20 Premier League goals last season. And Man United, man, congratulations, man. You've now got the here we go. After Cunha, Mbuemo next for MUFC. Here we go. Agreement reached for the 70 million package. Contract agreed weeks ago with Mbuemo as the only one at United, just like Gyökeres. And now United have beaten Arsenal to the here we go. Yeah, Brentford kept coming back with this, that, and the third. United probably realised that apart from Cunha, are you going to be buying anyone that's bigger than Brian Mbuemo this summer? I don't think you are. And I think he's worth the money, by the way. Let me know in the comments. But here we go, man. Here we go. That's what we've got. We're still waiting for the Mosquera here we go, by the way. Do you know what? We actually got a here we go for Mosquera, but we're announcing for the club to, we're waiting for the club to announce it, I should say. Still waiting for that here we go for Gyökeres. We ain't had that picture yet. We've had a here we go for Madueke, but we haven't had that announced. Like I said, our pre-season starts tomorrow, Arsenal fans. But David Hanko to Al Nasir, here we go. There's another here we go. Deal in place for defender to join Saudi Pro League side. 33 million euros plus add-ons agreed with Feyenoord after long negotiations. I don't even know who this Donny is, but there's here we goes today, guys. Here we goes. Xavi Simmons, I can't even talk today. Xavi Simmons' decision has been made. He's ready to leave RB Leipzig this summer. Like even Xavi Simmons, I'll take him at Arsenal. Plan confirmed as reported in recent months. He's ready for a new chapter with top Premier League clubs. And Bayern all attentive to his situation. RB Leipzig aware of the player's plan. Now, because we're not hearing nothing for Sesko, you know, they might have got too greedy for that and fucked up their moves. So with Xavi Simmons, I don't expect them to be getting too greedy because they need to make money. But we're getting some news from Fabrizio today. I'll give him that. And as of 2 hours ago, AS Roma and RC Lens today in direct contact for Neil El Ayanui. I don't even know who that is. Deal advanced stages with all parties after players said yes to 5-year contract. Do any of you guys know who that is? I don't. Oh Lord, and we've got a here we go. We've got a here we go for Sassuolo, if I've said that right. The French winger. Look, 20 million. I'd rather go and get someone like this than Madueke. At least he's an unknown. Do you know what I mean? At least no one's taken a punt on him before, rather than knowing that he's flopped at another Premier League rival and we're about to overpay for it. But look, loads of here we goes today, guys. Let's hope and pray that we get a here we go for Victor Gyökeres today. Como completed formal steps to sign Maximo Perrone from Manchester City on permanent deal. Big up Cesc Fabregas. Look, Sam Bukima arrives for medical test as the new Napoli player. Look, we got here we go for Carl Walker-Peters agreed to join West Ham. Big up the West Ham fans. After deal off with Besiktas, the fullback accepts to join West Ham as formal steps follow soon. Big up West Ham, man. Finally got a here we go. Look, they're talking about this Will right? Anytime it's two W's, I get totally tongue-tied, innit? We've won the race for him despite interest from several clubs. What clubs? Because DDFC strikes again, bro. 17-year-old. Who is this Donny? We'll end it there. We'll end it there on the transfer segment. But big up everyone. You know what I mean? Let me know what you think, man. Like I said, there was a few here